If Nancy,
There we go.
All right, well,
wow, nice.
watch what you say now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I guess.
Karen,
Well,
right in here, I don't know if you can see that. Where the cursor is.
yeah,
It's small, but anyway, that says kosher.
oh,
or
Coker.
Coker. But the judging from what you sent us,
Yeah,
the they only have a 3 foot plot that they on here is showing it shows to be wider than 3 foot. Now, whether that's just because somebody drew in the lines the wrong way or what, I don't know. But if I take the lines out,
so you're gonna measure. Oh my God, you made it.
Yeah, okay.
I know, it is. Wow, I didn't think you were gonna come.
No.
Wow,
just,
good.
And you're gonna measure from the fence by
I'm
the old
gonna-
road.
yeah, well, their measurement. They had the measurement which was from the shed. But there's no shed there anymore.
That's what I told her.
So
Here.
the only
You-
thing we have
No,
to
no,
go
sitting
to
back.
is what they drew on
Yeah,
the original map that they had.
When was the shed removed?
Ooh,
Nice.
after, I guess,
well, we took it in what,
2012,
12?
we took it over, so that, and this thing here, she took this thing out, what is it, 2002?
Yeah.
So it was after, between 2002 and 2012.
So we should be able to,
Her letter was dated
Get it.
2005.
if you go to the old Encore and pull up an old map,
Oh, really?
you should be able to see the shed and you can snap a line there.
Okay.
Kind of get an idea.
If it's,
I
didn't know you
The
could-
website Encore?
It's Ontario County Resources.
Okay.
yeah.
If you just search Encore, you're gonna come up with a gas company. So make
Oh,
sure,
really?
yeah, so make sure you put Encore, Ontario County.
Or. Oh, I didn't know old maps were on this.
All right, so I'll look that up and see what we, if we can, get a picture of it. or
Is this
whatever.
my copy?
Yeah, you can hold on, yeah, I wanna get the other one to Chris.
Here's the card to sign when you have a chance.
No. But anyway, so that's what we've got so far, it's, and you can see there's a couple of faint lines there above it, so that.
Yeah.
And so that gives you, you know, the other one, other lots above her,
And you can sign on the
But,
website too if you want.
that's what I've got so far anyway.
Well. I don't know if we can call this order, there's only two of us. But we'll call it to order anyways. I don't see anybody zooming and I did send them a message.
Oh, okay.
Did you see Dennis's?
Yeah,
I didn't have a chance to.
Is Dennis still on?
He was asking if it was still on
Yeah,
today.
his name's up on the screen.
Oh, okay.
oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Dennis.
Morning.
We're talking
Wow,
about
it's a
you.
good thing we weren't talking about you any
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. People do that. It's a little messy out here, so I just wasn't coming in.
Yeah, I'll ask Judy if she wants to just use the Zoom. and-
Yeah,
It is slippery.
it is.
I went down to. Third dairy for the coffee, I said Schaefer and everybody's like. Trying to go up, it was
Oh.
parking lot.
When the cities,
Yeah, oh, yeah, oh.
Oh,
they don't wanna waste time and money on fuel, well, streets make them safe for us.
oh my gosh, jeez. Yeah, we were gonna go there. I get iced tea. I don't do coffee, but.
Well, anyway, to answer your question, Aaron will have to go out and actually take measurements and see where he stands. And I'll go on to Encore, thank you,
Okay.
and see what I can find there.
Yeah.
But it's, I think it's kind of strange that all the measurements up to now have been from the fence, the south fence,
Right.
now that
Yeah, that
went
one.
from the shed up there. And on this
Yeah, and
particular
then
deed, it just.
She
it
said
doesn't-
in her message, she bought it sight unseen. I mean, she really didn't even just got a deed. It went from $24 for whatever year it was, now to $400.
Yes, I was surprised. Rich hadn't picked up on that.
Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't
But-
comment.
Oh, it was like,
That's-
wow.
That was, yeah.
That's
What's
quite.
wrong with the
the-
last
that
ones
was
that
the
were-
Where
year
were all their money? I don't. It doesn't matter.
matter.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, you all got the minutes.
Oh, if you want.
Okay.
And Donna didn't even correct anything on the minutes this time. Oh my God, I was like,
She's been busy.
No, I did look. Yeah.
so.
I could laugh. You're getting better, Karen. No, I'm only kidding. I just. Hey.
I wasn't here for it, but I would consider okay.
Oh, and Donna's doing minutes because well, she's busy too, but we're going to California.
You're leaving on the 14th, right? On
Yes.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, we'll do the reads and then we'll get excited.
Okay.
So Dennis, do you want to vote with me and Doug on the minutes?
Sure.
Okay.
I have a hard time hearing some of you.
So Doug,
Oh,
Doug is moving it. Are you seconding it?
I second it.
God,
Put words in his mouth.
all right, those carried. I sent you all the committee report. I read at the town board. I gave it to Crystalline. They seemed impressed with our work, as I say.
Will we get a salary increase?
Yes, yeah, it's double.
Yeah. 100%.
Committee membership. We're all on board, and Dennis, thank you for agreeing to another term.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, so we're good for another year. We've just been talking about the new request from Barb Coker, I think it is. Nancy Coker, sorry. She's found me on probably the town website and wanted to locate her plot so she can put her own headstone on. She sent us the letter which said, well, the plot is about 50, maybe 53 feet from the shed. But the shed is gone.
That should.
So
yeah.
Richard worked on this map and has indicated what we best believe is her flat. So we're gonna let her know. We're going to invite her to Reads Across America. It's a good day, and her father is a veteran, so maybe she'll attend.
And did she ever respond to you as far as whether she still lives in Victor at that
Not yet.
address?
Not yet.
Okay.
I have not heard back. I invited her loosely on an email.
Yeah.
And do you still live in Victor?
Did she provide her deed?
Yes.
Does it say how many square feet?
No.
For deed, it says, lot number, row 10, section 2.
Yeah.
New section. There's no indication as to where on her deed her actual plot is. It's only in the letter that she received from the secretary treasurer at the time as to where the is between 50 and 53 feet from the shed. In road 10, section 2. So it's
Somewhere in there.
now the secretary treasurer at the time had mentioned to her in the letter that her father was also in road 10, section 2, but in looking up on the map, he's not. He's in AE, which would be section of row 9 on in section 2. And she wanted to be close to him, so she is. I mean, relatively speaking, she's like 10 or 12 feet away from him.
Can you see that, Dennis?
No, I can't.
That's right. I guess you could.
I've
Okay.
tapped into separate.
Oh, okay.
Hold it like this then.
Yeah. Yeah, you can hold it up in front of the.
It's a single grave at 3 foot.
Yeah.
That's what that says.
3 by 10,
But look at the width on the,
yeah, but
man,
Hi, Rich. Oh, yeah, I can see that.
can you see Coker and more?
Thanks, yeah.
Okay,
And that's
all set?
All done.
Okay,
Thanks.
yeah,
Can you see Judy on Zoom?
what's that?
Judy says she thinks she's on, but no
She's
audio.
not up on the screen.
Yeah, she's not on the screen.
If she comes in, Lindsay will accept her. Or admit it.
Lindsay, would you check and see if the Yorks
Oh,
are
really?
on?
Yes, Judy's on iPhone now.
Oh,
there she is.
Oh, there she is, okay. Lindsay's upstairs here and she said she could hear us.
Oh,
That's why I talked a little bit louder.
yeah, she's on Zoom.
Oh, because they didn't sound good. Let's see.
Yeah, they ran out of money.
do we have to undo the mute on that for her to?
Lindsay has to do that.
Oh.
They should be able to unmute themselves. But I am listening to you guys in case you guys need help with anything.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so Judy, you'll have to unmute your at your end.
Thanks. Okay, how's that?
There we go. Wow, we got a full.
Wow,
Yeah.
yes, boy.
Okay.
Let it snow.
No, we got to drive
No.
home yet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah.
I just find it hard to believe, I mean, she's already purchased this, so what do you say? It's.
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe unless it's for cremations only, how they're gonna make a 3 foot by 10 foot grave work. Vaults are 35 inches wide.
The thing is,
Yeah.
all of these indications and all the deeds, they go to like a 10 by 10 plot. If it's a multiple
Right.
family thing, but for individuals, they're all listed as.
They're
3
smaller.
foot- 3
Yeah.
foot widths.
Instead of 3'4".
Yeah, well, remember, this is an old real.
Wow.
We're lucky they allowed that much space. I mean, were the caskets narrower back then? Shoulder
Well,
width back then.
way back when they didn't even use
The
the
vault.
vaults, it was just a casket, so yeah,
Yeah.
they weren't that wide.
Yeah,
But nowadays they're 35 inches wide.
you have to put it on the side.
We might, yeah,
Maybe she'll be a cremain.
Well,
do make.
can only hold.
But-
Getting one, but
Yeah, I think, does Crystalline know this is going on?
This meeting?
No, the, about Coker, the whole situation with Coker, that she wants to put a, gravestone
No,
there.
I'll stop up there.
Yeah, cause she should,
Yeah.
yeah, cause she
Yeah.
should probably know.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna
That-
say, yes, notify the town clerk.
Right, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Well, and that on the basis, so we've got David Bills below her. So, and we don't know who is above her, if there's anybody above her. So we really should probe it, I guess, to find out.
then the Nancy Coker that you had there, that's much wider than 3 feet.
That's why I'm.
So you said her parents had one in that row or nearby.
No. Oh, more.
Is her,
Oh,
yeah,
They have a 10 by 10 here. But, and then she wanted to be close to them, and they thought, and according to the original, the letter that the Secretary Treasurer back in 2002, whatever, wrote back to Nancy Coker, her father, they said that her father was in row 10, but that's not according to where the stone is and where it's listed on the maps.
so he's on AE 11.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
the equivalent of row 9 on the old numbering system.
So those
Yeah,
two
and-
slats, whatever, above Nancy Coker, how wide are those?
I know.
Those I would guess would be 3 feet wide, but why hers seems to be, 5 or 6 feet wide,
Yeah.
I don't know. She only bought one plot.
Oh, yeah, I tell you.
Wow. The-
That's gonna be,
So you think?
it's not a nightmare, but I mean, you've done all the, going out there and labeling where people are, it's,
Well, we did the original mapping, and it was, where we don't have names, you have to sort of fill things in, so you can see there's a very faint line here, there's a plot line, there's another plot line, you get them up here, and up to the top here too. And that's all I can do is just try and indicate where the plot lines are on this.
Right.
A little bit legible.
So my thought is, and you might figure it out when you get out, is maybe somebody just didn't draw in, they split that lot where her name is.
Yeah.
And then just didn't draw another line.
Yeah.
Cause that's a really old school map versus
Right.
13 years ago,
Yeah.
or whenever she bought it.
And that's.
This is fun.
And looking, but also, but also looking on the actual map on, that we have with David Bills being AF3, there's not a whole lot of space between AF3 and AF4, according to how you've got it mapped out on this map. Here, there's not a whole lot of space there. There's only this much space right here. I don't know who AF4 is offhand. I'd have to look through all the listings to find who that is.
Yeah, we did both the reverse listing.
Yeah. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of space there. And this was taken when Rich did when he did the drone.
Yeah.
So he could place them more
So the-
accurately in
yeah,
the map.
Yeah, so we know the stones on the map we drew is accurate, so that, because it's outlined in all the stones. But it's
When
not
it-
saying that the stones are accurately placed or have not been shifted, from the speed demons on the
Right.
arrow turns.
Why don't you show that map to Dave, Dave and Judy, because they haven't seen it. They don't know what we're
Can I
talking
ask a
about.
question?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
The three yellow lines,
Familiar.
yeah, can't quite make out the detail.
No, it looks like an old mimeograph accident.
It is.
so those three yellow lines that are so close together, that middle line there's a faint, can I just leave this out, even on your map?
Here,
There's this faint white line that continues all the way across.
I don't know if that is
Because I don't see a dark line like this.
Be a fold in your paper.
yeah, it could be a full effect, because up here, there's another line that goes across here too.
Right.
And you got this line here, and that line continues
Yeah.
all the way across here, so.
So I
The
think like a
old,
paper line or something.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a.
the old boots on the ground where it goes.
Yeah.
Stab the 300-foot tape in the ground and measure it out.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have to do that.
Yeah, I think so too.
So, well, if we do have David Bill's stone to him,
Yes, he's,
Okay. so we.
he's AF3.
So we will go on the basis of him, if he's there,
Yeah.
on the basis of the foundation for his stone. And measure, figure out how wide the foundation is, assume that that's in the middle of the plot. And then measure from what we calculate to be the edge of the plot over 3 feet, and we'll mark that out for her.
And I'm just scanning down here to see if I can find who AF4
I
is,
did too, but I didn't.
because
see it.
that's rather
But
close.
there's AF3.
Yeah, AF3 is Bill's. Let's see.
That's been fun.
Yeah,
One is.
I like doing this stuff, to be honest.
It is, it's just,
To figure it out, it's a little mystery. So when if we get the snow melt now. And after the holidays, maybe I'll go out there. Take all my bucket of tricks and,
let me know, and I'd be happy to go with you.
yeah.
Field trip.
But, no, we'll just-
Yeah, field
just do
trip,
it.
yeah.
We'll do.
Like you did, let's go back to that
Yep.
map and just do it row by row.
Yep.
Well, yeah, let all of us know, maybe we could join it, because it's a curiosity, if nothing else.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
want to put that rod down, when you hear clunk, you
Yeah.
did something.
There's no one here, and you hear a hollow sound.
Oh, my gosh.
So, yeah, I'll put that just as a. That's all I have for now on Academy.
Yeah, I didn't find AF4. We'll have to do a. I'll have to-
Dennis, do you have a tree report?
By what?
Do you have a tree report?
I do.
Okay.
I don't know if you had a chance to go to Hun Cemetery, since they started to put the addition on the house next door. There are 3 white oak on the border between Hun Cemetery and the owner of the house next door. The tree in the middle, or the tree in the corner, is our heritage tree, which is 300 to 350 years old. The other 2 white oak are between 200 and 250 years old. About a month ago, Dan Marion contacted me. He was a little upset and he wanted to know if I knew about what was going on up there. So I went up. They are putting an addition on the house next door and digging pretty deep in it. And there's absolutely no doubt that it's done damage to one of the white oaks. I met with Greg Reynolds and Kristen Smith. And there's not really a lot to be done because what the digging is taking place on private property. But we are concerned now about the three white oak trees. Dan Marion is volunteering his time and money to buy materials to try and prevent any more damage to the one tree in particular. But if you haven't been up there, go up there and look and see what's happening.
This is at Hun.
At Hun, yeah. And who's the gentleman that is going to do what?
Dan Marion.
Dan Marion, he's on our tree team.
M-A-R.
He's the arborist.
Arborist. Okay.
Moves down the road.
Oh, okay. And he's going to what? What is he going to do? Just so I have it for the notes.
He's going to treat the tree as much as he can, patch up some of the roots that have been damaged, and also he can inject some chemicals into the tree to prolong its life.
B12.
Is there any, Dennis, is there any way that the building commission or zoning commission or whatever we have in the town that approves lots can have notice of or give us notice, give you notice of when somebody's applied for a permit to build near a heritage tree or an old tree?
That's probably a good policy to have, though.
There's a good policy for what?
I think that's a good policy to sort of have in place, not to prevent private ownership, but at least we could be warned so that maybe we could, or tree team could
We could hug the tree.
do
There should be some kind of policy, in the town stating that if there's going to be any kind of work by a heritage tree, et cetera, that we should be notified.
Yeah, because we have that set up. Sarah Linda set that up on the history team so that we would be notified if there's going to be any renovations or demolition of old buildings, and she and I would go out and take pictures of the inside and outside of the building just so we have a record of it. So if we had the same type of thing in place for the tree team for these old trees, that'd be nice.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say.
I agree with you. I mean, we were pretty upset that we weren't notified that some kind of work was taking place there.
Yeah, don't want to impede the right to do what they want to do, but at least we can maybe provide them a heads up on the dangers that they may cause.
I would just do it for just like when somebody builds next to anybody else's property, the adjacent owner gets notice that something's happening. I wouldn't even say for the historic trees, just in general, that piece of property. Because something else, it might be the tree, it might be, they changed the drainage, now it's dumping on the cemetery. The town obviously knows, we'll just get the powers to be at the town to notify the cemetery committee if it takes place near cemetery.
Yeah, it sounds a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, there's three beautiful trees there, you know, that have lived for a long, long time, and now certainly one has been damaged, maybe even the one next to it, you know. I mean, after 250 years, they have a large root system, so I'm not sure what damage has taken place.
So which department would notify us?
Code
Who
enforcement,
does the zoning?
Yeah.
The what?
zoning board.
So- And so Dennis, who was it besides Kristen Smith that went out to check?
Who went?
Who, you said, you mentioned about Kristen Smith going out to check?
No, I met with Greg Reynolds and Kristen Smith.
Oh, okay.
Kristen's in the development office. I met with them at town hall.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I think it might-
So they know where our heritage trees are, correct?
Yes, they do now.
You do know.
Maybe I'll send a note as chair. Because of this, we'd be made aware. We don't wanna infringe, we
Right.
just need to know, right?
Well, then
Yeah,
they could
and-
be warned if
Yeah,
they're.
any development or permits or building or whatever that takes place adjacent to cemetery property, the committee would like to be notified.
Good point.
Well, cemetery property or anything that the historical record, you know, like the trees, not all the trees we have are like on the cemetery.
Right.
Oh, I get you.
So if it's anything that's gonna impact any other
Historical
historical,
element or, I would just say, you know, for cemetery, I would say cemetery in general, so they don't,
Don't
but then
try to
all other
overreach, yeah.
historical attributes in the city or town.
Yeah, going forward, okay. I'll do something and run it past you guys first.
And you'd write that to the zoning board, right?
Yeah, code enforcement and zoning, okay. Oh, Reads Across America, we are in fervent excitement right now.
Yes, we are. Here's your copy, but I'll send a copy when I do the minutes, the drafts, I'll send a copy of it. So for Hun, we needed 15 wreaths. We ended up with 38 wreaths.
Wow.
So we sent 23, those 23 extras to Evergreen Cemetery in Bloomfield, which Beth Thomas is overseeing.
Mhm.
Then for Academy, we needed 63 wreaths because we had started out with 62 at the beginning of the year, but then when we had Mr. Whitaker buried, he's a veteran, we had him a burial on September 21st. So I increased our count to 63. So at Academy, we had 88 wreaths altogether.
Oh,
So that's an overage of 25, and we sent those to Boughton Hill Cemetery. And I was going to send some to South Farmington Friends Cemetery, but even after Thanksgiving weekend, they got another bump in theirs. So I decided these two cemeteries needed them a lot more than South Farmington did. So I made the executive decision to just split it between those two cemeteries. And so with the having a sponsorship group, our total count that we needed through the sponsorship group was 78. So that's Hun and Academy together. We actually had 107 sponsored through the sponsorship group. So that enabled us to get so many extra wreaths because for every wreath purchased, Wreaths Across America paid put $5 towards another wreath. So you just need 3+ wreaths to get another whole wreath. So that really helped us boost this year, which is great. And because we never want to discourage people. In fact, I looked last night and we had 2 more at Academy and we had 1 more, I think, at Hun.
I
That
had
have come
people
in.
from church, yes.
Okay, good. Because I'm not familiar with many of the names, which I don't need to be, but you know, there's a lot of names we haven't had in the past, which is really nice. So our ceremony, as everybody knows, is at 12 noon on December 13th. And Dennis, you're still on board to take pictures?
I am.
Good, thank you.
I
Dress
think
warm.
I think we might have snow this time.
Yes, dress warm. And we finally were able to get our buglers too. That was really a struggle
Oh.
this year. But one of the SAR men, on the honor guard is going to do the bugle, taps for, Hun. And then we have, Simon Taylor's daughter, Willow, is going to be the, going to do taps at Academy. And Simon Taylor is the lead person with the 33rd New York Volunteer Infantry, that's our honor guard at Academy. So that's nice. So Pam Helming is going to be at Academy Cemetery for sure. Jeff Gallahan, when I saw him in October, he and Alexis, his admin, said that he would probably come to Academy, but I've got I sent an email to them over the weekend to Alexis to see for sure what cemetery he was going to. And I also sent an email to my contacts, my 3 contacts at Claudia Tenney's office.
Would you rather he go to Hun, just to spread the wealth?
It doesn't matter. I mean, I have no problem with him going to Hun, yeah. I mean,
And then I could text him.
yeah, I mean, I just write to Alexis, I don't write to Jeff.
Like,
I do
I
too.
like to write to John.
Yeah, well, that's fine. I have no problem with that. If you want to write to him. I did mention when I wrote to Alexis, I did mention that Pam was going to be at Academy. And so maybe that will spur him on to say, well, maybe I'll go to Hun then. I mean, I know he and Leaf are, friends.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why he goes to Academy or wants to. But the reason I am mentioning these 3 people is because I'll have Leaf and Jared acknowledge them, and for Pam and Jeff, we'll have Leaf and Jared ask them to say a few words. That they know they're not going to be in the program officially, but just to say a few words. And then if anybody comes from Claudia's office, just to acknowledge that they're there. So, and thank them for coming. So we had the article in the, Life in the Finger Lakes magazine. I don't know. I don't think we had that last meeting, did we?
You talked about
We talked about it. Well, the article actually is in the magazine and that's what it looks like.
That was
It is
really
nice.
nice.
Yeah, they did a really great job. So anyways, Judy, just while I'm thinking of it, I don't know whether you or Betty want to send a thank you note to them, that it would maybe be a letter to the editor
Okay.
to thank them for the great article, because I see letters to the editor where people thank, say thank you for, putting it in or whatever. And you gals are great wordsmithers. So we had that, and there might be a hometown story in the Penny Saver. We're not sure yet, because Susie Wells wrote to Judy and myself. And she had come up with an article based on an outline we sent. And I wrote back with some corrections and updates, whatever, but I haven't heard back. So I have no idea whether it's going to be in the Penny Saver or not. And that would be one of the 2-page stories that she does. But nonetheless, we're in the hometown events.
Yeah.
And the town newsletter, we're on the TOC app, Town of Canandaigua app. And we've had a lot of flyers in the town, in the businesses around town. So I think all of that has probably helped us with publicity this year. So
I'm gonna reach out to Mike Murphy and Dave Shaw again.
Oh.
Just a reminder,
good.
could you come to the ceremony?
Okay.
You saw that
Good.
little clip I sent you from Democrat and Chronicle? I sent you our link where they listed all the different ceremonies and we were in there.
I didn't get.
I saw it on the DNC one day when I'm scrolling.
But I didn't get an email from you about it.
Might have been a message. I might have
Text.
sent it in the, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember
Yeah.
seeing that.
Let's see if I can find.
Okay, and on October 27th, I made a presentation to the town board too, just about everything that Reeks is doing and has done, and thank them for their support. And I've already lined Jared up to be our MC at Hun next year again. And I'll do the same thing with Leaf too. Figured might as well get him while we can. So, and that's it. So thank you, everybody, for your support. For the
Thank you.
cemetery committee.
Sounds good, thanks.
So. No, it's been a busy year.
There's a lot of work that scares me into being hesitant about doing it.
Well, that would, Lon,
Yeah,
I talked to Kathy Nevins.
Yeah.
And she said, I'd really like to do this. It'd be a lot of.
Yeah, well, Kathy, you do it.
Can't do it.
I mean, there's thousands.
Yeah.
well,
exactly.
the thing too is if you just started out with one section of the cemetery.
Yeah.
And I would recommend not doing grave specific because I think that just complicates things. a
Yeah,
little
so
bit
what we
more.
talked about doing is just putting it out there for anybody that wanted to donate through the site, and then we put it on. I hate even doing our choice because somebody's not gonna be happy because you put it on somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
If people
yeah.
just know about it, they can do it themselves.
Correct.
You know, if I could get one for my dad and just take it.
yes, yeah, because this year they have a program called Remember Me Wreath. Where when you check out, you can pay an additional $17 to have a wreath go to somebody else.
Where else? Yeah.
Or our daughter, what they do, because her father-in-law is a veteran and he's still alive, is they do a partner wreath. So one goes to the veteran who's still alive, and then the other one will go to the cemetery that you select. Now, she has the wreath sent to her and our son-in-law, and then they take it to, his father, and they put it on his door.
Mhm.
So that's another
Nice.
option too. So, yeah. But
Oh, in
anyway.
a couple of weeks of all the history.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah.
Don't leave us yet.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't
Yeah,
get that.
it's
Did you
always
just
wonderful
forward it
after
to my
it's
email?
over.
Okay, thanks.
Well, she's skipping town, that's
Uh-huh.
why.
Yeah.
But another thing too, I need to know who's gonna go to Remington because we don't want a whole lot of cars up there. So we might need to carpool because we're doing, as you know, we're doing Remington after our respective ceremonies. Cause we have 13 veterans up there and Rich will have the wreaths in the car. We won't go and put them at the end of the rows like we do at Academy and Hun. We'll just place them there.
Yeah.
And Leaf and I went up, I don't know, I can't remember when, to make sure that there was a flag on every grave. So some of them, they're tattered, so hopefully he's gone up to replace them with new ones. But yeah, there's 13 veterans. So if you want to let me know, so who's gonna go,
Because we're
so.
gonna be on private property. we can park there.
Yeah, and when Leaf and I went up there, the roadies were doing some construction, so that part of the parking lot where you would normally, the part of their driveway, I should say, where you would normally park because it looks like a parking lot, they had block stone there and construction materials there. Whether they're still there, I have no idea, because it's hard to see when you drive by, obviously.
Is it near any
So.
trees?
Yeah,
Construction they're doing?
Oh, I don't know what they're doing. There was just like a bunch of building supplies in that
They're
area.
renovating.
And they wanted to get it done before the weather turned bad. So
She'd be
she's,
glad to go with you afterwards if
Okay.
we're out already, so.
okay,
I'd like to try, depending on how cold it is.
yeah, yeah. And it's,
You're packed.
yeah, and it's Dennis can attest to this, it's very uneven ground too. I mean, when Leaf and I were there again, well, Rich, Dennis, Leaf and I had been there back in March when Rich did a drone of it. But there's a lot of depressions there, and Leaf was saying again, when we were there just, like a month or so ago, he said, you have to wonder whether some of these people that might have been buried here might be someplace else. They might have been
Or collapse.
or collapsed, yeah. Yeah, because there's
Case.
some really big depressions there,
Yeah,
so, but,
unfortunately, that's what happens.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
number 8,
so,
I have a couple additions. At the town board meeting, I spoke briefly with Jim Fletcher. And I asked about the path to Wolverton, and he said, so what exactly do you want?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
Jim,
I know, so we've gotta go over that again and get them back online and get
maybe,
them.
maybe what we should do is write it all up and send it to them. That way it's in writing, it's recorded.
I thought we had it in the minutes
yeah, and
from that one when we specifically said between the two properties through Laura Lane.
but he'd already been to one of the properties,
Yeah,
he said.
He'd already policed the area.
Yeah,
And he was here for the meeting.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But you know, Jim Case or John Casey, he asks when, maybe he asked, did he ask you after the board meeting? No, because when we were at a fundraising dinner in October, he asked me what the story was, so, you know, and I think even maybe when I gave the presentation on October 27th. So he's,
kind of anxious to get.
I think he's kind of hot to trot on that.
Now, we'll
Yeah.
ask Fletcher to come to the next agenda and get back online with the plans. How's that?
Okay,
The
Time
other,
to go up through there with ground being frozen though this winter.
yeah.
They
Yeah,
might have more time on their hands, so they'll push them along.
And it'd be
Oh,
less
yeah.
damage to the ground too, if they have to take any heavy equipment in.
I know there's a lot of transition with the town, but he's still here, so.
yeah. Yeah.
The other.
And would you, when you send him an email, would you copy Courtney on it, or doesn't she follow up with
I
him
don't
on
know.
things like that? Like when I send things to, if I send things to Jared, I always copy Sue.
Okay, now. Her
Yeah,
name
just a
is
thought.
ATAN.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah,
What about copying Crystal as well? So she knows what's going on in case people call in for information.
Sure, why not?
okay, yeah.
The other thing is, at 9 o'clock last night, I got a bill from Mr. Ellison.
I noticed
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
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 I'm like,
I
what
said,
the
what's he doing building on?
So
It's kind of cold.
I
out
think
there.
he's
Working-
following our committees, because it always comes like the day or the night before. So who
Yeah,
do I give this bill to? Do I give it to Crystalline?
I would assume.
Lindsay, who pays bills? Who would you give it to?
Yeah, so that's gonna be our new finance clerk. Her name is Deb. So if you have any bills, you could always bring them up to the town clerk's office or hand them to Tammy and she'll make sure they get to the right person.
Great.
Okay,
Thank you.
Of course.
all right. So I'll give that on the way out. It's got the backup and we had quite a list of repairs.
Yeah,
Very detailed. Did you see it?
I did, I
Wow.
read it this morning.
Yeah, we drove by,
yeah,
Lucas the other day, returning from Naples. I looked in there, boy, a lot of stones are standing up like they should be. It looks
Yeah.
nice there.
Yeah.
It really does.
I am still puzzled though, because I printed the information out. I'm still puzzled because I don't know whether, because he didn't update the names that I had updated back when he sent his first bill, or who he was gonna do, because some of the names were incorrect, or he didn't have the first or the last name. Because on Hun number 2, James Sheldon, there's no James Sheldon at Hun. I don't know where he's getting that name from. There are Sheldons, but none of them are men. They're all women's names. So there's Abel. Okay, that's a man, sorry. I'm not sure whether Emmeline, Emeline, that's a Sheldon. Lorena and Olive Sheldon. They're all in row D. But there's no James, and there's no James on Find a Grave either.
Huh.
So I guess it would have been helpful if he wouldn't have minded taking the list that I sent with all the corrections on, so we have that, you know, moving forward, you know, with his list. So
Check on that. I mean, he must have read the headstone.
unless it's a headstone that you can't read very well.
Yeah.
It was leaning and broken, repair and install aluminum channel. So he finished that one November 15th.
So aluminum channel, so there's a two-piece thing, he had to put one on top of the other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But, and it's a white marble headstone, but there's no, but the interesting thing is none of the Sheldons start with a J, and he has it as James Sheldon. So,
You should be able to tell which one he did it. It's got aluminum.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and we
Maybe
haven't
he could
been,
clarify it for you. We'll stop it for this, so.
yeah. We just, Karen, you can check it out on Reed's Day. He's
I
road
will
D.
just start running around.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
Oh,
Okay, alright. Well, I think that's all I have.
The, one of the old issues, Dennis, you still with us?
yeah, he's there.
We haven't done our rules
Yeah,
stuff. So now that I have 2 busy seasons, one is spring and half the summer, and the other one's half the summer and fall. But now is the time I can work on something. I don't think we need to make the rules and regulations or the rules for the cemetery that difficult.
no,
So I'll pop out a list, throw it to you and Dennis.
perfect. Yeah, I was thinking that, of course, I'm laying at that thinking, oh, I should look, because I printed yours off.
Yeah,
And I think if you glean out
that's it. That's all you gotta
just
do.
the minimum of what we need. Okay,
And then the other thing is, because I saw a note come through that we currently do not have regulations for monument size.
yeah. I don't believe there's a size requirement, it's just the number, right? It's gotta fit on the plot.
Gotta fit in a plot. The important thing to me, just based on what we've seen in the cemetery, is they've got to put in a proper foundation.
Foundation. Right, and we've
If- And
specified
that's
that.
gotta go down that 42 inches, so we are not gonna have.
Want to include that in some new regs? Or existing regulations or whatever,
Oh, and our,
monument requirements?
Yeah, we should do that before we answer Nancy Coker. If she wants to put a stone there.
We want a monument.
People have to understand that, like the widest that we can have, our graves are 42 inches, so 3.5 feet. The widest you can have on a single grave is a 2-foot slant or a 2-foot wide at any point, whether it's the base of it and it's an upright or it's a slant or whatever. Because that gives you 9 inches each side to put a pot.
Yeah.
For her, if it's a 3-foot grave, obviously it's 6 inches to put a pot.
you mean flowers.
Yeah. Decoration, whatever, always runs into, doesn't, it's pretty clear in ours, so. Everybody plays nice, your neighbor, you don't have 2 big pots on each side. We'll just say, hey, you can have 1, and we'll tell the next person you can have 1, if it goes over the lot line. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward, here's your lot line, you can't have it.
Mhm.
And then people complain that it's so small, the plants dry out.
Hey, plants right up.
Sorry, should have went with an 18-inch stone.
So we're
Somewhere,
gonna
Go
do.
fake flower.
So I think it's a good idea, to have a, restriction on the width of
yeah,
the stone, for a single plot. If we can designate or.
even on the more than, if it's 2 graves wide,
Yeah.
then we say 50% of the lot line. So in this case, if it's 6.5 feet or it kind of goes on.
Yeah, because we've got 10-foot wide plots on this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that would be a good policy to have.
With, I,
Height is a rule of thumb for us. If I have to move it and dig over it, then I'm charging somebody to move it, so. Normally, we don't have that problem.
Well-
Nobody's going with a novelist, that's.
Not nowadays,
and we'll just reiterate foundation. Is mine. What we've
Yeah.
already got.
That foundation should be no bigger than the actual size of the stone.
We don't do, so a lot of people put borders, so they think you can maintain around it better. I don't agree. So we don't do border, we do it the exact size of the footprint of the stone. But anyways, I digress, we will
Yeah,
come up with,
Okay,
I'll send some stuff to you and Dennis.
thank you.
Did you hear that, Dennis?
No, I didn't.
Are you sleeping there?
Yeah,
Adjust your hearing aid.
Did you hear it, Dave and Judy?
Yeah, Dave had to adjust his.
it's because I speak so softly.
Where is the speaker anyway? Where do we need to,
Microphone.
or microphone?
Camera.
Oh, okay.
Fine.
So when you talk to that screen, you're defeating the purpose of.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Microphone.
okay. So do you want to just say briefly what so Dennis knows what you're gonna be doing?
Dennis, can you hear me?
I can.
I'll be in touch with you about some regulations
Oh,
regarding
okay.
cemetery rules and also to include monument foundation or monument sizes foundation.
All right, sounds good.
Can you copy the rest of us too? And
Okay. Well, my 10 o'clock meeting that I wanted to rush out for has been canceled, so.
And you didn't take notes?
Oh.
You didn't tell me about that?
There was no meeting.
Oh my gosh, Karen.
Well, you.
Try and you're hired.
I've taken them before, though.
You're good
They're,
at that.
I think I put too much in the notes sometimes.
Okay, so we're gonna meet in January.
Sorry, Karen, I just had to raise you about that. I'll get you. No, I'm only kidding.
Yeah.
Boy, I turned my phone off, so our granddaughter didn't text through.
I assume I'll be back by then.
You
We
mean
don't
that's
know.
just stay, huh?
Ended.
Well, the reason is because they're adopting, he's almost 4. They've had him for 2 years. The courts have been dragging it out, just like New York. California is special. So he hasn't gotten a date yet, but it would be in the early part of January. Well, they live 4 hours north of San Francisco, which we have to drive.
Oh, wow.
And Jim says, "Oh, we'll just come back." I'm like, "I'm just staying." I get to stay with them. I'll stay somewhere.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but we can tentatively set it for the 6th and see what happens.
Okay.
How's that?
So you may be taking notes again, Bob.
Yeah.
And Dennis will be running the program, running the meeting.
If I'm back, I'll be happy to do the minutes.
Okay, wow, hard to believe we're in December. You know,
Okay.
so.
Anything else?
One thing real quick, I haven't gotten in touch with Dave Bloom yet, and I know we were gonna talk to him about May. And we were gonna do it during the week. So I thought I'd get in touch with him after the holidays.
Yep.
Does anybody have any days of the week that they can't make it? Cause I think we were thinking maybe around 10 o'clock in the morning.
About 9 o'clock.
If there's a certain day of the week that you can't do it, I would suggest other days of the week to him and just be flexible as far as when in May.
I'm away the 13th through the 16th on a retreat.
Okay, the 13th, the
Still
16th,
get that.
okay.
And Tuesdays aren't usually good for me. I have something right after this, so every Tuesday. So
Okay, Tuesdays.
But,
are good,
you know,
okay.
me either. So
Get your snowshoes out today.
So nobody else has any definite plans for any other days of the week, definite commitments, like in the morning?
A half year away.
They all work. They all work.
I couldn't tell you next week.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking in general for days of the week, you know,
Tuesdays.
yeah, because you don't know when people are gonna die.
Usually. No, May's horrible for me.
Oh, okay,
But that doesn't matter. I can sneak out for a couple hours if that's all we're
Okay.
talking.
okay. Yeah, I would think it would just be, you know, a couple of hours.
Yeah, no worries.
So, okay,
We don't have something going on, so generally. I heard Dennis chirp 9 AM. That's usually a little better because we
Yeah,
have
I said 9.
prep for a funeral.
uh,
Usually done prepping by then. And then
okay,
the funerals are usually late morning, early afternoon.
okay, 9 AM, okay. Okay, all good things to know.
Yeah.
So, and I'll put it in the minutes too, so that if anybody, you know, if anybody thinks of anything else, just let me know, so that when I email him, and I'll probably wait till like mid-January to email him. was to get over the holidays.
Sure.
So, okay, good.
Still give them 4 months to figure it out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He books his schedule pretty far in advance, though. I mean, I can't remember when it was that I knew he had sent me a whole, oh, I know, when he was gonna talk to the History Alliance. He already had a whole big, long schedule, so, yeah.
Well, good for him.
Okay, good, yeah,
All right, huh?
okay.
Anything else? If not, we can adjourn at 10:04.
Oh, I didn't check to see what time we started.
Who's to adjourn?
I'll
Okay.
second it, if I can do that. It was shortly after then.
Okay, so 10:00, what is it? 10:05.
5.
So Doug, you moved to adjourn?